I'm in college, while I'm singing opera, because the opera, those are fun jobs. Yeah, I get paid, I could sing, those were just fun. But boy, waiting tables and dealing with, you know, a manager that might schedule me 3 times too many tables, right? And having to deal with all that stuff at minimum wage, and then you want a night off, but you can't because you're so good, you handle 3 times as many people, but you're only getting paid the same, right? Dealing with all that, sucking it up, still working. Those were the things that made me qualified for the day that I could start my own business. I started across the street from the restaurant and opened at the same time. So by day, I'd start my morning, I went to my classes, did my first stereo store by day, showered, changed my clothes, and did my little tux thing, went across the street, waited tables until 11 every midnight. That was my cash flow to fund my business. 3 months later, all of a sudden, I'd sold my first product. 3 months! I was so enjoying what I loved, I wasn't thinking about money. But imagine me trying to survive for 3 months in what I love without any income. And the only way to get income is to get somebody who already has some to trust you enough to give you a job, and you just do everything you're supposed to do for that period of time, because that's the funding for your true life, your love life. 5 months later, I was able to quit. Actually, I'd asked for a night off, and they wouldn't give it to me, so I walked back across to my store, wrote up a letter of resignation, and handed it to him. And that owner, because he was too, he was what I was becoming. He was so proud. He was an asshole when he told me I couldn't work, or he told me I had to work that night, no one else would take my place. And when I came back, he was just so proud of me. And see, what if I'd interpreted that as a child, right? Instead of, no, this is a test. It's just a test. Are you ready to be an entrepreneur? Are you ready to be self-reliant, self-sufficient? And that's why we practice the job, being faithful over that, which is something else. So I think it's a 2-step process. Maybe first things first, not second or third. Did you want to read the whole thing after verse 9? Okay, so back to our mentors. You want to tell me what Angry Birds are doing then? Okay, so I know, I'm just teasing. Oh yeah, that thing. Okay, I'm just teasing. You don't need to go into child. I'm sorry, I wasn't being parent. I was joking with parent. It was a parent joke. All right, so that's why when we look at the rich people or the let's say the Donald Trumps, we judge the hair. We look for something they have that's not as good as ours to give us a reason not to learn from. And I'm saying what Luke said and what Jesus quoted: the children of this world are in their generation wiser, certainly about money and about being faithful over somebody else's. Do you think that Donald Trump or Steve Wynn could steal from even one customer and still be in business? They can't. We may have stolen 3 times in our entire life. They've got 300,000 people go through their places every year and don't steal once. That's why they're where they're at. If you had stuff in the fridge there and we were here for a week, I might take it. But Steve Wynn wouldn't. That's what I'm trying to say. No, so they're wiser because they are actually more disciplined in those things. Now, it may be that Steve Wynn is great at 5 things and he does all 5 things great. You have the potential for 500 things, and that's why it's that much harder for you. So just suck it up and say, why not you? And then go be many times bigger than Steve Wynn. I mean, there was a time when there was no such thing as a billionaire. And just by doing an operating system that they didn't think it would be that big when it turned into Windows, and it went on just about every desktop computer, you know, and turned them into billionaires. They weren't trying to get the money. They were trying to be faithful over this thing that they love. You know, even Zappos, to sell for a little over $1 billion and still keep his job as CEO, Tony Hsieh. So he doesn't own Zappos, but he's the top employee. To get to $1 billion, remember, he was first faithful over his first job out of college, which was $50,000 a year. And then he did what he loved on his own time. After the 8 hours a day, he still had, 16 more. So that's when he built Linkshare in 6 months, sold that for $100 million or so. And that's what got him into the big game, to be able to build Zappos. See, so don't say, well, I'm just going to do my job, and then you just watch TV all night. If you say you really do love the other thing, you go to do your job like I did, and then you go do what you love, and then eventually what you love goes up. That's all I have to say about that.
Sounds good.
Question? Is there one more question from one more person who has not asked a question?
Where do we sign up?
Well, on, you're the next contestant on. Okay, so do know that we had these sign-up sheets from Saturday. I'm going to put it in Kimberly's hand, and she's going to work it to make sure that if you want to sign up for, well, you're already signed up for here. Let's see, are you signed up for? You signed up for, Larson Training. Now remember, they've had 10 scholarships, we have 11 people on here, but don't not sign up, because if something happens and we get more funding, they can put you through school, okay? You can still come in every week if there's a computer available, right? And hang out. Let's see here. So sign up for that if you want. Q&A, you're here for the Q&A. Every Tuesday, I probably won't be here, but Kim, and we know Laquan, and we'll probably get Kevin back and a few other experts in the community. They're going to be Tuesday afternoons at Larson, is a Hero School combined Larson's class. So even if you don't sign up for anything else, come back at just before 1 o'clock until about 3:30 every Tuesday afternoon right here, if you don't sign up for anything else. Let's see, so there's a scholarship thing, sign up for the Q&A, and then IDs, but do me a favor, if you're working on the ID, make sure you add what you have so we know how far to go, and then I'll talk to you after we're all done. I didn't get a selfie from this side of the room, so act happy. Act happy. Act happy. I will not take not happy.
Happy, happy, happy.
Ready? My massive head in the foreground. Oh, I missed you guys over here. Hey. All right, thank you all very much for coming. I'm so proud of you guys, really. I'm going to stay here for another at least 20 minutes, and I might have copies of certificates. So if you were here Saturday and made it through today, I'm going to give you a certificate that you completed what we call the first round of Hero School. So congratulations. So,
Sir?
hold on. Yes.
Can I sign up just for a birth certificate?
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Could I get the paper signed, please?
You mean the one that I just handed to somebody? No, I
They
didn't.
handed it to me, he told me I was in charge.
You have a good pen too? Good. Okay.
I had a good day.
Great. I just got this from Business Week, just if you want to know. 5 things you can't do on the first day of work. Number 1 is you can't be late. Okay. Next week you can be late if you buy them something. Don't be too late. Number 2, you can't forget your documentation. Number 3, you can't blow off orientation. You can't forget learning comes first. And lastly, you can't fail to ask questions. Ask questions. This is to get a new job. These are 5 things you can't not do. Well, that's horrible. Okay.
Today?